You're live. Happy Columbus Day, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and also happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian subscribers and viewers. This is a live commentary for, and I'm doing today, of a 2013 action horror film, World War Z. Yeah, this is not the 3D version. I'm going to see the DVD version. You guys can join me in the chat if you're available to watch the movie. Watch it. I think it's on Paramount Plus. And this is a really underrated movie. It was a good film when it came out. The trailer was kind of bad when it came out, but when I finally saw the film a few years ago, I was like, wow, that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And hey, network, happy Columbus Day, you too. Also, I changed my profile pic because I was tired of the last one. Yeah, change is good. I mean, I haven't posted a picture on Facebook in 3 days because I got blocked, but I'm finally back on. I posted a few pictures this morning, and well, let's get to World War Z, shall we? This movie's over 2 hours long, so the earlier we start, the better. Here we go. There's the Paramount logo, which means this will never be on Disney Plus, even though this is a PG-13 movie. Eat an apple. Plan B. Hey, Jay. Skydance. It's a shame this didn't get a sequel yet. They were supposed to be working on a sequel, but because of the pandemic now, I doubt a sequel will ever get made. Skydance, the same production team that does the Mission Impossible movies. Hemisphere. A lot of logos. I have this on Blu-ray. My dad got it in 2013. I like the film. Yeah, it was well received by critics. It just didn't, it was kind of forgotten. It was one of those movies in the 2010s that made a lot of money and then it disappeared for a while. Mark Forster's a good director. He's a Swiss-German director. Brad Pitt, good lead. Laurent Enos, a gorgeous redhead. Oh, bugs. And this film is really fast-paced for an action horror film. I guarantee you this is better. There's Wendy Williams there. Controversial, to say the least. Wolves. People are on their phones a lot now. Their phone drones. It's a lot of stock footage here. This is before pre-COVID, so.
They're not physicists. They're not engineers. They think it's just going to go away. They live in a fantasy parallel universe.
Wolves, yeah. Brad Pitt also produced this movie, too. I saw No Time to Die in theaters. I love that. It's now my favorite film of 2021. That's good for you. I didn't see it because the movie's too long. This film is only 2 hours and 2 minutes. Without the end credits, an hour and 55. That is long enough. You don't need to go more than 2 hours. I know Eternals is 2.5 hours. I'll weather it out. It's a Marvel movie. I have to. World War Z. And no, if anybody asks in the chat, I never read the book. As a movie, this stands alone, and it's a good movie. Some people say the book is better. I don't know. I didn't read the book. Yeah, and today's a beautiful day, and it's in the 70s. It's amazing. I've seen more Brad Pitt movies than I've seen Angelina Jolie films. Yeah. Who has a TV in their kitchen? I don't. No. There's a gorgeous Meryl Enos. She needs more work, guys. She hasn't done a film in a long time. I would love to see her in a Bond movie.
Martial law is like house rules, but for everybody.
Were you ever in places like that with your old job?
I quit my old job, so I can be with you.
Do you miss it?
No, I like my new job.
All you do.
Yeah, Morel has a family. She's been married since 2008, and you know she's done a lot of movies and shows recently. Yeah, this is a normal family of people. They're not SJWs. They don't have superpowers. Brad Pitt pretty much the whole movie is like on the run. This film was the most intense horror film I've seen in a while since The Conjuring, the same year.
Does it live in the jungle?
Oh,
Do you eat it on Sundays?
no.
Does it live on the Great Plains of Africa?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah.
Do people keep it in pens all its life and harvest it for meat?
Is it an animal you'd have for a pet?
Yes.
Is it a cat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot how good looking this movie is. It's like Forrester knows how to film shoot a movie. His movies always look amazing. Even the clips I've seen of Finding Neverland and Monsters Ball, and yeah, his films have a great aesthetic to it. He's a much better director than Uwe Boll because at least his movies look like they have a budget and you know they're shot very, very well. What do you think of my profile pic? It's nice, Network. It's cute.
Chef Pepe, 2 bottles of wine.
Am I British?
Yeah, your grandma is.
Oh, and there's the traffic.
You're just gonna keep going, Daddy?
Hold on, guys.
Daddy, be careful on the road.
I'm so glad I could post on Facebook again. I missed it, man. I can like, comment, and subscribe, and add friends. Wait, this is just a notification. Yeah, I wanted to see this movie again. It's been a while. I bought this Blu-ray last year, and I haven't watched it once. So
Hey, yo. Yeah, okay, thanks.
my mom won't watch this because she can't watch a zombie movie with blood in it. Excuse me. She's not into zombie movies because she doesn't believe in bodies that will be reanimated. And this movie came out after 9/11, so I hope you guys stay safe while you watch movies on Columbus Day. And for all you Canadians, have some turkey and stay at home and watch, some stuff. Mm-hmm. The film just throws you right into the action. It does not take an hour for something to happen. See, this is called good pacing, Zack Snyder. Why did you do the same movie yet you made the movie 20 minutes longer? I don't know. If you don't like Chris Pratt and Captain Mario, what do you think they should have cast? Just get the original voice actor, Charles Martinet. He could have done it. It's not like he was busy doing 10 games. I'm just sick of him. Pratt doesn't need to be in everything. Thank God he's not in any of the DCU. I'd rather watch the Suicide Squad than watch the Tomorrow People. I mean, the Tomorrow War. Yeah, he has 2 little girls, kind of like in the movie with Luke with Lake Bell and Owen Wilson. What was it called? I just reviewed it. Let me check.
Your door won't open. Make sure go on the outside.
Okay, we have to climb over.
Movie's intense, man. This is not New York City because it said Benjamin Franklin Bridge. I don't think that's in New York City.
Sweetheart, are you okay?
Let me see. Owen Wilson and Lake. Yeah, the zombies look good in this movie. They look a lot better now here than in the trailer. And they run. Yes, they run like in the Dawn of the Dead remake. No Escape. Yeah, this movie was pretty much intense. Of course, that was R-rated. Which Blu-ray should I get? Logan, District 9, Scorsese triple feature, Arrival, or Dark Knight? It depends on what you want to see first.
Here comes the number 12 train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
These effects are good too for the time. This is a lot scarier than Man of Steel was. Major city and there's people running away from something. Yeah. And it's not aliens this time. Look at that.
Trains in the station.
The Benjamin Franklin Bridge is in Pennsylvania. So they're in Pennsylvania. Yep, see, there she is. And her character's strong in this movie, Morel Enos. Hmm. Well, good for you, Network. You'll finish another trilogy? Well, I haven't done that in a while. So this is Pennsylvania. I knew it wasn't New York because there's no Benjamin Franklin Bridge there. They have the Brooklyn Bridge. It's intense, man. And this was the first action scene. About 10 minutes into the movie. But she has asthma or something? I forgot. Glad you're in a better mood. I am. I slept better. I've been eating better, and also, I've been more relaxed the past like 2 days than I ever was when I was blocked last week. Also, we're almost halfway through October, so I'm very happy about that. The hot weather will disappear by November, and I'm gonna get my ticket for Eternals tomorrow. So yeah, I'm in a much better mood because I have more to do this week. Last week I barely had anything to do. Which is worse, Die Another Day, A View to Kill, Quantum of Solace? I say Quantum of Solace because that one was done during the writer's strike, so they didn't have a script. And you can tell Die Another Day had horrible effects and it has a lot of problems, but a lack of a script is not one of them. There's flaws in the script, but it's not like it's a guilty pleasure at best. At least it was finished, Doing a film during a writer's strike is bad. Now they're in Newark, New Jersey. This film looks great. I must say, it reminds me of 2020. Bunch of people running around in masks and and hoarding up on stuff, and it was chaotic. Yeah, there were riots. Yeah, this movie was pretty much 2020 and 2021 in a heartbeat. And I have to get food because survival, man. Yes, there's some product placement in this movie. The worst film of the writer's strike was Dragon Ball Evolution. There was no excuse for that. That movie does not have an excuse because that was released in 2009. That was like 2 years after the writer's strike. They should have known to watch the cartoon and do it like the cartoon. That's why you shouldn't take your kids shopping with you because they. They're trying to mug her. And this movie is not for kids. A PG-13 doesn't mean this is for kids. I've seen the unrated version, but basically they just add some CGI blood. See, unrated version, parental advisory. This cut is the unrated edition, but really it just still feels like a PG-13. It's just got more CGI blood. What I think of Ad Astra, I haven't seen it. I heard it was boring. The unrated version is actually 115 minutes. So, I mean, it's 122 minutes. This is only an hour and 55 minutes, but it's still pretty long, though. This film, when you think about it, it looks like a Christopher Nolan movie. The aesthetic and the cinematography, it looks like a Christopher Nolan movie. So does Mission Impossible Fallout. I know, Josh, I know when you see this, you're going to disagree with me, but I'm sorry. The only way that 7 will suck is if it's worse than 2. That's the only way. It's not because Rebecca Ferguson's in it, because trust me, she is going to be the least of that movie's problems. The constant delays is not one of them. I think the film's going to be just fine. My thing is, it has to either be as good or top Mission Impossible Fallout, and that's impossible. Because that movie was one of the best action movies of the past decade, especially action sequels. When people called it The Dark Knight, they meant it. It felt very, very DC. And not just because it had Henry Cavill in it. But even the score and the scope and the stakes that were involved in that movie, yeah, felt very, very Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. See, not every movie is The Dark Knight. I just wish that movie had more action. It's a crime drama with Batman in it. Oh, there's a red light. Dune, I probably see it. I won't see it in theaters because my mom and dad probably won't take me. I'm going to see it on HBO Max. I want to watch it on the biggest screen possible, and I know it has a cliffhanger ending, so I want to see it at home. So I don't have to deal with people in the theater. If I'm seeing Eternals in the theater, I got to see Dune at home. Film's intense, man. It's like an underground bunker.
Are you guys hungry? Yes, thank you.
You saw a radio, yeah. I remember when COVID happened last year that everybody was had to stay at home and said that they quarantined everybody. I'm like, yeah. So it's like this movie when you think about it. Yeah, Brad Pitt drinks a soda in this movie. Again, it's just a movie, guys. In a Michael Bay movie, not only do they show you the product placement and they drink it on screen, they have to shove it in your face. They have to show, oh look, there's Bud Lights, and Mark Wahlberg's gonna take the freaking cap off and drink it in front of the camera. I'm like, Michael Bay, you have no shame, do you? I'm so worried about No Way Home because it has a little too much. Again, it's gonna be in good hands. The only thing I'm worried about is how they're gonna incorporate Venom into that movie. Not as one of the villains, but in the post-credit scene. I think what's going to happen is when Peter gets back to his reality, Venom's going to show up after Doctor Strange's magic goes awry, and it's going to lead into Multiverse of Madness when the Sony universe and Deadpool and Daredevil and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four all get spread out into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because we know that's what's going to happen, guys. Multiverse of Madness is not called that for a show. It's gonna lead to something. It's got one of the coolest titles ever. because multiverse of madness. All this is crazy. That's what I want next year. I don't want a normal year because normal doesn't exist anymore with this COVID. Plus, I've been free of it for the past month and a half because I got vaccinated. So, yeah. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to meet Tom Hardy's Venom. Yeah, unfortunately, because they showed it in a post-credit scene in Venom 2. I'm not going to say much, but they introduced Spider-Man saying he killed Mysterio, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why you're going to do this, Sony, but you, because the thing is, that was kind of pointless of Brad Pitt to speak Spanish. I mean, these people do speak English, most of them, because hand signals. Yeah, I forgot about this scene in the theatrical cut. I haven't seen the theatrical cut in many years, guys. I first saw the unrated cut, so I don't see. I've never seen the. I think this is the first time I've seen the theatrical cut because I didn't see this in theaters when it came out in summer of 2013. It came out the same summer as Man of Steel. I'm like, yeah, that summer was kind of up and down for me. I saw Iron Man 3 and I was like, this is way better. Why is this better? Let's see. There's no stupid twist. There's no stupid twist in the movie. It's shorter. It doesn't have a horrible supporting cast, and it's I know it's a more memorable movie. I saw Space Jam 2. It was guilty pleasure. Yeah, I love the film. It's one of my favorites of 2021 for being the film that I wanted it to be. It could have been a forced sequel, but I don't believe that. I think it's a fun movie on its own. It does its own thing. As crazy and chaotic as it is, it's still its own thing. Nice video, and I forgot to mention in your Pixels commentary rant that Wreck-It Ralph and the Lego Movie series are 1,000 times better. I know, because unlike those movies, unlike Pixels, they're funny and they have a plot. Except for the second Lego Movie, I didn't care for that one, mainly because it wasn't funny. I like chuckled once. I'm scared. Yeah, during COVID last year, I had to be like a ninja, wearing a mask and sneaking around. Because I had to, guys. It's about survival. I avoided people way before this pandemic happened. I always get vaccinated for everything. I got a flu shot every other year since like 2013. Because I like to be healthy. I don't want to be sick in the house with a fever and not being able to leave my room. There's a black zombie. This is perfect. It's an American movie, and it's a horror movie, so I'm just killing two birds with one stone. Plus, at least I like this movie, unlike Pixels. Pixels was not funny. I was cringing the whole time. The problem is that because it's PG-13, they cut a lot of the violence out because of, the studio didn't want to scare audiences away, even though people saw this movie in the theater. Only character I didn't hate in Pixels was Dinklage and Monaghan because she was hot in the movie. Yeah, but the movie was so bad. And let's face it, this is a better Resident Evil movie that we're getting this year. That CGI looks god-awful in that new Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm sorry. Referencing the game now, it's too little too late. You should have done that back in 2002. If you had taken George Romero's script back then and done it like the game, you could have had a great 2002 movie. I like the film for what it is, but it's not the game. Perfect. It's not a perfect representation of the game like Sonic the Hedgehog or Detective Pikachu. Those were like the game. They follow the plot of the games mostly. Yeah, Morel Enos is one of those actresses that kind of got lost in the shuffle. She's a gorgeous redhead, just like Karen Gillan. I think you can give her another chance, Hollywood. Give her a second chance. She'll surprise you. What do you think of Warcraft? I haven't seen Warcraft or played the game. I'm not going to pay to play a game monthly. I don't do that. I only play games that I purchased myself. Yep, got him. Yeah, his dag turned into a zombie. Spanish kid. Yeah, this movie's got a big scale. When I rewatched Venom and Spider-Man Homecoming, when Tom Holland does an American accent, it sounds fresh. But Hardy, he sounds like a cartoon character. Even in the sequel, I saw clips and I'm like, it's still cartoonish, guys. Venom is not a comedic character. I've seen the cartoon. He never cracks jokes the way he does here. It's ridiculous. They turned him into a cartoon character. A character of Venom in the comics. Are you seeing Encanto? No. I skipped Coco. I'm going to skip this one too. They're pandering to the wrong people. The U.S. Air... Atlantic Ocean, yep. Yeah, yeah, this movie it's a lot better than when I first saw it, years ago, because it's been so long. And hey, Nicholas, what's up?
Your bunk beds are number 2, 3, and 6. Please make yourself at home.
Yeah, bunk beds. They have nowhere to go. All the zombies are running all over the city. Where's my water? Speaking of water, I need to drink. I need a drink because this is going to be a long film. Thankfully, it's not 2.5 hours. Yeah, because Eternals, I'm just going to see it at home. Well, not at home. I mean in Brooklyn. Because the movie's very long. So I don't want to sit in the theater in Manhattan for 2.5 hours. In December, I will, because it's the end of the year. But right now, you mentioned Uwe Boll. Did you know that he challenges critics to boxing matches? Yes, I've heard. I've seen YouTube videos. But he's not a good director. He never did. Rampage is his best movie from 2009. Not the movie with The Rock. It was a movie called Rampage with a Canadian cast. It's a much better movie than any video game movie he's ever done. Because he doesn't see the source material. He just ignores it and does his own thing. That would be good if it was a different adaptation. I'm liking my post now because it's been so long. I felt like I haven't posted anything on Facebook for a week. No, it was only 3 days. Yep, I know. This is all stock footage, by the way. Yeah, all parts of the globe spreading. Does that sound familiar? There's no plausible alternative. Suck my dick, Brett. It's an American holiday. This is called good. These accents make no freaking sense. This guy's like Indian and has a British accent. What's next? Are Hawaiians gonna have British accents? Hey, John D'Angelo, what's up? Keep it clean in the why are Brits in this movie? They don't go to the UK in this movie. I remember them going to Israel, but that's not in the UK. Yeah, a vaccine to stop it. Kind of sounds like 2021. I got the vaccine twice. I'm safe. It kicked in like a month ago. 2022 has to be the end of this pandemic because this year was basically 2020 continued, but with better movies. Yeah, and the theaters were opened. At least the theaters were open, and I can go see a film in the theater.
Your secretary here says you were his best investigator here at the UN.
Are you that person who kept going after Nicholas? No, I'm not that person.
Find whatever it is he needs.
Oh, he's talking about somebody else.
I watched it for a second.
If that's him, I'll block him. Network, because I don't have time for bullshit today. It's a holiday, and I'm trying to take it easy. I've been through a lot this month. Civil War, yeah, another movie that had a big scale.
Sri Lanka in 07. Places you and I both know Dr. Fosbach wouldn't last a night.
Jerry, a handful of SEALs will go with your security force.
No, my guys will get you in. You assist the doctor pursuing leads. My guys will get you out. We do the heavy lifting.
Can't help you. Can't leave my family.
I know that's what Brad Pitt cares about in this movie.
Each and every one of these people are here because they serve a purpose.
Why is there a British guy here? I don't know. And I know nothing about the Eternals, but I'm going to see the film anyway. Is it him? What he's doing here, John? What is he doing here, John? I'll block him. I'll block this asshole. Okay. I want to keep the peace. Remove. Hide user on this. Yeah. Hide him. There we go. Users will be hidden, and I'll block this asshole. There. He's gone now.
They're gonna kick us off the ship.
Yeah. He won't be bothering you again, Nicholas. I don't want any harassment here. I will block them right where they stand. No trolls are welcome in this podcast. None. Male, female, not transgendered, I don't care. Don't bother me. Don't bother my friends. You know, because I've been through enough with the trolls, like the people on Facebook that blocked me for no reason for sharing a picture of a beautiful woman instead of them like, oh, that's risque. You're going to be blocked. I didn't do anything. I hope Eternals, not Internals, is good because MCU hasn't made a bad film yet, despite what happened with Iron Man 3 and Black Widow. Yeah, those were interfered with. You can definitely tell. Hey, Leah, you finally made it. We're 30 minutes in, so we still got a long way to go. Those movies, you could tell there was a problem because in Iron Man 3, the villain was supposed to be a female, and they changed it to Guy Pearce out of nowhere, and they stole from Batman Forever. And then with Black Widow, they released it way too late, and you know what happened. I'm not sharing that picture. My friend could just like it up because I don't need another block after what I went through. Dun, 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 dun. It should be just fine. I think it's going to be a too long movie, and I'm not going to care for some of the foreigners, but hey, at least Angelina Jolie will look hot in the movie, and it's going to look pretty. And maybe the action will be done well. It's not going to be Shang-Chi, though. No way. Not a chance because it's going to be too long. Shang-Chi was already long, and this movie's like 20 minutes longer for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because they're going to get all the exposition out of the first hour of the movie. So,
Look, you know what we're walking into, so we do what they say.
but I see every MCU movie in the theater. That is a guarantee.
We stop. Things were to get crazy. Just focus on their boots, focus on their voices, we'll be all right. These guys are hammers. And to hammers, everything looks like nails. I heard that. You were meant to. So you see something that's important, you call it out.
Salma Hayek, Why is it every movie 2.5 hours to 3 hours? Because people don't know how to make a short film anymore. I don't understand why they can't make a 2-hour movie or under 2 hours. They think that because Endgame made $2 billion, every movie wants to be that. Because last year, nothing was that long. Every movie in 2020 was under 2 hours. Well, you're going to get... Yeah, I can mute this guy. I don't care about his exposition machine. Yeah, because like I said, I don't watch this movie for any Brits. This isn't 2012 or like Harry Potter or something like that. I'm gonna see that after this holiday. Blah 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 blah. Who is this guy anyway? I don't even know this actor.
She loves this.
Okay, enough with the exposition. Get to the next scene. Whatever you say, Dev Patel, just get to the next scene. There we go. Exposition. I don't need exposition. This is why the movie's almost 2 hours long. The theatrical cut, anyway. The unrated cut's only like 8 minutes longer.
Has gone dark. Capital evacuation has been suspended.
All available resources should be directed to Naval Station Norfolk.
All non-essential personnel, given F6 status and groups A through E need to report to the flight deck for relocation.
Yeah, and there's nothing gay in this movie. And Madden and Harrington, well, got 2 Game of Thrones. Yeah, why are they in this movie? Because they're foreign. And I guess the Eternals are not don't have nationalities because they're Celestials. But whatever, I don't care. It's the same director of No Man's Land, so maybe it's gonna look good at least. And I'm gonna be honest about my opinion. I'm not holding back. If I say the movie's too long, the movie's too freaking long, Marvel. Stop making your movies as long as Endgame. You're not gonna top that. You're not gonna top that. Sorry. The closest is gonna be Spider-Man, and that's also gonna be long because they're bringing back a lot of people from the Raimi films. That's kind of why. Also, it's gonna have like 2 post-credit scenes, so that's to count for something. It's not that I'm impatient. I saw Hamilton, and that was 2.5 hours, but that was at home, and I didn't have to pay for it. In the theater, I want to get the full experience. I don't want to hear people on the phones. I don't want to hear babies crying. I don't want to hear people in wheelchairs that have mental disorders. No, I don't need that. I don't need any of that. No offense, Josh, by the way. No offense. It might get Best Picture since Black Panther was nominated. It's not going to get Best Picture. Maybe Best Visuals. Or costume design. No MCU movie's ever gotten Best Picture, not even the first Iron Man, because it's a comic book movie. So I guess those don't count, even though Joker won an Oscar. It won 2 Oscars. And so did Suicide Squad for some reason. It beat Star Trek Beyond for Best Makeup, which I don't understand. I thought the makeup kind of sucked. Joker looked like a cholo, and Harley Quinn looked weird, and I just don't like the designs. Yep, very Resident Evil. Yep, spear. These zombies can spear people like football players. And the British guy's dead. Yeah. What was the purpose of this character? Oh yeah, to fill 2 scenes. Morel Enos is really good here. She does deserve another shot with people. What film's under 2 hours? There has to be an explanation of what's going on. Joker was also under 2 hours. I know. I did a review I did a podcast for that movie. That was the first podcast I did this year. Joker didn't win because, again, Hollywood wants to give the most highbrow movie the Best Picture. Instead, Parasite won. A foreign movie done by a Korean director. I think Bong Joon-ho. Yeah. But the film is depressing, and I don't want to see depressing. I want to see fun. I want to see something entertaining. I don't want to be crying for 5 minutes straight. I already did that earlier this year with half of the movies I saw on Disney Plus. I don't know why. I guess because I have emotions. The Suicide Squad 2016 should have been called Stupid Squad. Yeah, it was an edited mess.
Figure out what the hell this thing is. Well, shit happens. Doctor would strongly agree. How do we go about refueling it?
When I say so,
Very carefully. Noise. Are they drawn to it?
Brad Pitt did a weird accent in Snatch, and I don't know what the hell he was saying. If I can't understand your character, don't give him an accent. Please don't. Especially an American actor like Brad Pitt. It's just insulting. I know actors want to try new things, but Don't give them an accent that's incomprehensible. You know, like I can't, it's not coherent. It's like when Batman sounded like this. I don't need that. I don't need that in next year in 2022. Dun, 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 dun.
It was a memo sent from this installation 11 days ago. It had the word zombie in it. You know anything about it?
Yeah, Zambos. At least this is a real zombie movie, unlike that Disney Channel movie. David Ayer hasn't made a good movie since Fury. I haven't seen Fury. I heard it's good. It's a war film, and Shia LaBeouf didn't shower for days. I don't know what the hell kind of method acting that was. If you don't shower, you need to go take a bath. I don't want to be near any actors that don't shower. Olivia Wilde smelled like a beautiful bouquet of roses compared to some actors.
Oh, yeah, he's right here.
Showering is essential. Do it. The Flash movie could get a nomination for the effects. Definitely. It better, because every DC movie got passed on the effects. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, they all got passed over. And it's not because, let's face it, they only like DC movies that are more dark and gritty, because that's why the Dark Knight and whatchamacallit, Joker got nominations. They give effects to a movie that doesn't even, I don't even know it had effects, like Life of Pi. You put CGI tigers. Wow, that's amazing. I thought it looked weird. It looked like the Jungle Book. Yep, there it is.
That's all we know, except the doctor comes back here and begins attacking his patients. Soldier, you know where he came from? No. Anyone he might have come in contact with? No. He's got any records? You're welcome to take a look if you want. The origin could have come from anywhere.
Excuse me.
Shame you had to fly all the way out here to figure that out. How did you all escape this? The expenditure of ammunition. Is that how you tweaked your leg?
At least Mark Forrester doesn't put agendas in his films, like some people do.
This fool. Right?
And no, I'm not talking about Jordan Peele. He likes to put black people as leads. That is just fine with me. I don't understand why people like dark now and days. I guess people love being sad. I don't want to be sad. I've sat through enough. Joker wasn't that sad because I know it's not real. It's not a documentary, guys.
CIA got caught selling guns to North Korea. He turned to 10 minutes. That doesn't sound viral to me at all. You're with the CIA? But they're not with me. And who are you? You in?
Because like I said, this is still a better scene than in Venom 2 when Eddie's talking to Cletus Cassidy. Yeah, that scene's a cartoon. Watch your pal. I'm like, why are you doing weird voices? I think people just went sad because all that bad things are going on in the world. Yeah, again, I laughed my ass off in the theater when I went back. When I saw Detective Pikachu, I was laughing out loud. There were like 12 people in the theater, and I was laughing because I love the film. And I saw the Sonic the Hedgehog movie again. And it was just as enjoyable as when I first saw it in the theater last year. And unlike an episode of The Walking Dead, this doesn't drag ass for 2 hours. It gets to the point. Plus, Brad Pitt is a much better actor than that, whatever his name is, Andrew Lincoln. I'm like, you cast a British guy to do Southern. That doesn't make any freaking sense. Hollywood, your casting decisions make no freaking sense. You cast a British guy to play Abraham Lincoln? Yeah, kiss my ass. Abraham Lincoln wasn't British. George Washington was, but he was a colonial. He was not a Brit born in the UK with the accent and everything. No. You have no idea. That's like casting a Brit to play Barack Obama. Oh, yeah, that already happened. Why? Because Hollywood's stupid. Or casting a Brit to play Joe Biden. Consistency, Hollywood, consistency. Stop trying to pander. Prisoner of the Ghostland. I've never heard of that movie, Josh. It's another crazy Nicolas Cage movie. Yeah, he kind of does that now. His filmography is weird. You see what he did in the 80s, and then you see what he's doing now.
Hello? Jerry?
I love The Walking Dead. It should have been over years ago. The fact that show lasted almost
Hello?
15 years is insane. People haven't been a fan of the show since they killed off, since what, Jeffrey Dean Morgan killed the character off? Yeah. That's when people tuned out. They rage quit. I never saw the show because unless it's too long and you have too many Brits in the show. It's a freaking American-made show with zombies. I think you would make it less Shaun of the Dead and more Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead. They don't even know what a real American is. I am. Mm-hmm. Look at Read It and Weep, UK. Read It and Weep. You don't know what we had to go through this year, freaking for our freedom, to keep our freedom from terrorism and from also acts of war like this pandemic.
All right. Don't rush. You got one chance to fuel their planes, so let's do it right. If you ain't a crack shot, don't aim for the head. Just get Zeke on the ground. Remember, time's to bind. Those knees, they work just fine. Let's go. Lights out.
Yep. They're not wearing masks. They're wearing like goggles. Rain. Yeah. Because The Walking Dead is like one of those shows that wouldn't end, just like Game of Thrones or Supernatural, or shows that just last way too long. Did you hear the spoiler ending for No Time to Die? No, don't need to because there's no spoiler. Craig is not coming back, guys. So they're like, oh, they're gonna make Ana de Armas the next character, like a spin-off. Do it. She's cute. Has a button. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me in that movie is the freaking running time. It did not need to be almost 3 hours. Stop trying to be Transformers: Age of Extinction. I sat in the theater. I felt like I was in the theater for 4 hours, guys. I was like, please end, movie. Just end. I never said that with this movie. This movie came out a year before Age of Extinction, and it's like a half hour shorter or 40 minutes shorter. They're on bicycles. It's like E.T. It's almost 11:30, yeah. And that's an Eastern Standard Time. Did you say Spectre was god-awful? Yeah, I didn't care for it. I was bored. It was almost as long as Skyfall, yet it was boring. And Cuckoo, that was not a good villain. You had Blofeld back, and it was Christoph Waltz chewing the scenery. And yet in the next movie they make him a cameo. Yeah. You have Rami Malek with freaking lizard skin for some reason. Yeah, that's what I heard, guys. The scene is a little bit dark, but I can see what's going on. An hour and 55 minutes feels long enough. You don't need to go over 2.5 hours. I bet I'm going to say that about Eternals and Spider-Man, only because you could cut some stuff out. Anguirus Rice, I never cared about her in these Spider-Man movies as Betty. I prefer Elizabeth Banks. Yes, I said it. Because at least that actress is beautiful and looks like a woman. She doesn't look like a 12-year-old girl. Sorry, and she's not Australian. She looks like an Australian Grace Phipps. Grace Sienni. Thank God Hawkeye's going to be 45 minutes and not 2 hours. Be grateful for that, Josh, when you see it. It's not going to be long. Bento, I will not have to deal with her for 2 hours ever again. That is for sure. Let's get out of here. I got work off this week. I know because it's a holiday, so your kids are off from school. Or kids are off from school today. Tomorrow, no. But I'm just so glad that today is another holiday. I made it to another holiday, American holiday in one piece, and it was not easy. I forgot to put this one.
I tried to call you.
No Way Home is fine with its length since there's a lot of things going on. I will give Hawkeye the Direct at least it's 6 episodes. 6 episodes and they're under an hour so that you can take it. If I could take 3 episodes of Loki with British accents for 30 minutes, I think you can take it. Because Binto didn't even have that. She's sound like this the whole time. And I'm like, I'm bored. Can you please give me somebody that I can look at, like Morel Enos? Yep. The Middle East. Gal's home country, Josh. Yes. Israel. She's just way too sexy to be from there. I know, but yeah, just wow, just that nose and that face, and I like the way she does this. You know, Gal does this face with thing with her lips that's just pouty. It looks adorable. And was Leah Seydoux a boring Bond girl? It's not that. It's just that she's way too young for Daniel Craig. She's like what, like 30, and he's like 50. It's weird, guys. It's weird. It's weird. I'm sorry. That's like if you put Karen Gilliam with a 60-year-old man. It would be weird, wouldn't it? It'd be like, ugh, just I don't know. It kind of gives me the chills. Sometimes you don't need to put somebody overly much older than someone young. Yeah, this is Israel. I don't know if they filmed it there, but what do you think of Sam Mendes? He's a good director. He's got a good style. I like the way Spectre looked. It's just it was boring. Jerusalem, if I forget you. Yep. No, I'm not going there. After all the shit that's happened and with the war that's going on over there, yeah, no thank you. I want to be safe. There's a lot of Jews that live here in New York City, so it's not like I'll be away from them. Leah Seydoux wasn't boring. She was good at Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol as the French killer, you know, a bad Taylor Swift. She looks just like Taylor Swift. It's weird. I mean, look at her face. Let me just post these.
Problem with most people is that they don't believe something can happen until it already has. It's not stupidity or weakness. It's just.
And I already posted those. Sam Mendes left because of conflict. He was conflicted. I also have Red Notice. Yes, I'm going to see that. I'm going to see that too. I forgot about that. It comes out the same weekend as Jungle Cruise gets free on Disney Plus. Shang-Chi, a bunch of stuff. Road to Perdition, Skyfall, and 1917 were great, but they're too long. Why are those movies 2.5 hours? Sam Mendes, why are you trying to stall for time? Because I haven't seen Road to Perdition because I heard it that it's good, but it's too long. Ooh, too soon, dude. Too soon. They had 3 holidays last month.
In the month before October 1973, we saw Arab troop movements, and we unanimously agreed that it posed a threat.
I have the Blu-ray for American Beauty, not watching for Kevin Smith. Hey, I know Kevin Spacey. I get it.
To make a change. The 10th man. If 9 of us with the same information arrive at the exact same conclusion, it's the duty of the 10th man to disagree. No matter how improbable it may seem, the 10th man has to start taking the assumption that the other 9 are wrong. And you were that 10th man. Precisely.
Yeah, you could tell this guy's Palestinian or whatever. He looks like he's very tan. Gal's not tan at all. She's very light skinned for a Jewish woman. And yes, I also know that Natalie Portman was born there, but she has no accent because she was raised here, and she's just one of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen, guys.
That's the problem. There's so many potential
Can you
soldiers
blame me?
in play that
Even when she cries, I want to just run up to her and just hug her. Ugh, Joymans. I know the director is, but I'll let it go. He's not a Nazi. He was half Swiss and half German. What if Gal was in a Bond movie? That'd be great, but Red Notice is going to be her Bond film.
Salvation gates. 2 of 10 portals with security perimeter into fortified
Yeah, this is basically exposition.
letting people in.
Hmm.
Every human being we save is one less only to fight.
That's true. And every person that gets vaccinated is one less person that has COVID. So, there's that. Yeah, this wall scene was kind of dumb in the trailer, but here it looks fine. In the trailer, it looked like the zombies are rolled up into a ball. It looked kind of weird. My dad went there twice. Let me just mute this for a second. Yeah, I don't get why he's so fascinated with that land. I know it's the promised land, but again, guys, it's very dangerous to be over there, especially during a pandemic. He didn't go during the pandemic. It was before that because it's just too dangerous. Traveling right now is not a good idea, especially to other countries far, far away. Ugh.
If I could get into India.
Why are these people clapping? Just go home.
India is a black hole. Forget about
That's
that.
racist.
You can't do that.
A black
It's too
hole?
late for me to build
I know it's a
wall.
metaphor, but what is people having a see? There's the
We're out
ball.
of time. I need specifics.
The movie, we're about an hour in. We still got a few more minutes,
Just find a way
a
to
handful
hide.
of minutes. Trust me, if I see a bunch of zombies in the Middle East, I'm gonna run. I'm not going to. I will not be wasting my time. This girl, let me see her face. I think she looks like Amelia Clark a little bit, yeah. But she's like bald. She has my haircut for some reason because back then, in 2013, women wanted to cut their hair like boys.
Come over the top!
Why did you skip Soul last year? Because it came out in December, and I didn't want to see it in the cold weather. It made no sense. It's not a Christmas movie. I'll watch it sometime in November, either November or December this year, because I wanted to save my time. I just saw Luca, and nothing is going to top Luca. Like this year, no animated movie is going to top that. That was gorgeous to look at. That movie was one of the most visually appealing movies I've seen all year for kids. I just rewatched Rush Hour films. I forgot how funny it was. It is funny, but it's also Achaim. Yeah. In my opinion, I think this is one of the few scenes I would have skipped. I would have skipped all the talking and just get to the zombie roll. I know they want to explain things, but I got it, guys. Yeah, I'll just leave this muted. They're just running away. And again, I didn't want to read subtitles. I forgot this movie was subtitled. A couple of scenes, it's not too much. Shang-Chi, a lot of the movie, like half the movie is subtitled. That's the zombie that fell. He's dead. Again, maybe that's why this movie didn't get a sequel, because they're like, oh, it's too racist and it's in other countries and it's going to offend people. I'm like, offend what? Jews weren't outraged when this movie came out. These zombies are like football players, man. Yep, blow it up. Kind of looks like today's world.
Listen carefully. The city's breached and they're heading towards the airport.
What do you think of Dune 1884 was horrible? I don't think it's horrible. It's got a lot of problems, but it's well, it still has a competent look to it, and I was entertained. As bad as some of the dialogue was with the villains being cartoon characters, I still had some entertainment out of it. A lot of people wonder what happened to Chris Tucker being in films. Well, because he sold out and he just decided not to be in films anymore. He thought it was too good for films. Well, stand-up isn't doing any better because Dave Chappelle just did a stand-up special and it's too politically correct. Next time I see this film, I'll fast forward the boring parts. Mainly just the scenes with the Mexican family talking and then this scene in Israel that was too much talking. Just get to the action. We had a lot of talking with Brad Pitt and his family. I know they want to fill up the 2 hours, but still. See, this is a scene that was cut out in the theatrical cut. Her hand was bleeding. In this one, it just cuts it off screen. I can understand the MPAA to want it to get an X rating because apparently violence is the worst thing to happen in a movie, even though there's worse things that happen in film. Yeah, she has a haircut like me. A non-binary haircut for some reason.
Tower, reach 394. Requesting immediate departure.
Yeah, because like I said, some actors just disappear. Morel Enos didn't disappear. It's just that the pandemic happened, so she stood home. She wasn't looking for work. But next year, they have to give her something. I miss her. Karen gets a lot of work, and she's still getting it, even during the pandemic. Dune, what the hell was that creature in that movie? Which one? The giant worm? The worm actually looks good in 1984. And the new one, it looks amazing, too, in the trailer. Belarus. I like to be entertained. Yeah, actually, she looks more like Eva Green a little bit. Let me see the face. Yeah, Eva Green if she shaved her head. A little bit like Eva Green and like Joey King a little bit. Yeah. Because why do I have to wear a mask in certain places? I'm vaccinated, guys. I'm not going to spread anything. Yeah, she does look like Eva Green. Not Amelia Clark, excuse me.
What's your destination?
I don't know. We were headed there, but I don't know.
Just get out of here. No. Oh, the thing that looks like a vagina? I don't know. David Lynch is a weird director, guys. Okay? I don't know. I can't explain the things that he puts on the screen, or his cinematographers, or the writers, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, what the hell was up with that guy having warts on his face? You're not going to see that in the new version. The Baron, that he's got pimples on his face and he's squeezing a guy's face. Yeah, that's not going to be in the new version. It's a weird movie. Yeah, it's weird. If you don't like weird, you're going to be lost. But I'm used to seeing weird films. I am. It's a war zone down there. I'm glad they didn't stay in Israel for too long in the movie. Then the film gets slow and plotting, and like the Transformer sequels. There's a Chihuahua. There's some vaccines. That's where the COVID vaccines came from. Those little glass bottles. Yeah. When they gave it to me, they put it in a needle, and then I said, let her rip, man. Phoom. They gave it to me, and it was over. I didn't cry like a bitch because I can take it, guys. I have needles in my arms all the time. No, I'm not a drug addict. I donate blood every year, so I'm used to having needles in my arm anywhere, right here or right here. It only hurts for a second, but I can take it. Why is she drinking it? You're supposed to inject it, not drink it. That's just water. Best and worst Bond song. The one from Madonna is pretty terrible. That's a Die Another Day. Yeah. The best song, Goldfinger, is one of the coolest ones. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Big breaths. Let's get this over fast. Big breaths. Here we go.
Yeah, it hurts. There is pain in this movie, but it's an action horror film.
Big breath. Good job. There it is. Okay. I think you're a mess. There we go.
Yeah, she lost her hand. Yeah, she had to. He literally had to chop his hand. A man chopping a woman's hand off in a movie? Yeah, you're not going to see that this year or next year. Why? Because people are so sensitive. Oh, that's a man dominating. No, he's trying to save her life. Auto-tune in a Bond movie, they were high as hell. Yeah, exactly. Madonna can sing. Why are you auto-tuning her voice? I know what she sounds like.
7 or 8 turn seagull at the same time.
Is that how you tweaked your leg?
Nah, shit's been bugging me a while. Got no time for his luck yet.
Open your heart to me,
Pump is
baby. I'll be your rock and you'll be.
Sometimes the thing you thought was the most brutal
Again, why are we doing a flashback?
turns out to be the chink in its armor. I don't have answers. All you can do is find a way to hide.
He kissed her on the head. I like World War Z. Yeah, it's a good movie. It still holds up really well. It's just there's some scenes that could have been trimmed down or cut entirely. That Indian British dude could have been cut out entirely. It's like the British guy in Black Widow. You did not need him. I think people are overly sensitive towards violence in PG-13 or rated R because they think it's real. It's a movie, guys. I know it's not real. But apparently with PG-rated movies, it's fine for them. Yeah, because there's no blood. You're not going to cut a guy's head off. What do you think of the recent Bond song from Billie Eilish? I haven't heard it yet.
Jerry, I still don't know where you are.
Yeah, season 2 of Loki won't be until 2023 because apparently
You want to take this? Take it.
because the next season it was supposed to come back next year, but because they lost the director and writer, they need to get a new director and writer.
Your battery is dead. We made contact with Cardiff Airport Wells. People directed us. There's WHO research.
That accent sounds way more authentic than Yelena's. Yeah, I said it, guys. I'd rather have a real accent than some Brit pretending to be Russian because it just doesn't work. Rachel Weisz had like 3 accents. The only one that had a consistent accent was David Harbour because he was having fun. He's like, I am not taking this seriously. I'm going to be a cartoon and I'm going to be badass. And he doesn't need a woman's help. Some child that has to blow herself up at the end. That was stupid. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah, Black Widow movie, and it's not the right Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson is the only Black Widow I care about. Sorry. Open your heart to me, baby. Puppy, whoopee, whoopee. Run, puppy, run. It's like a white chihuahua. Honor Majesty Secret was so boring. Yeah, it says it's longer than this movie, and it just drags. When they go up to the ski lodge, it takes like 30 minutes for that to end. I was like, please, just get to the next scene. And the ending is a downer. Superhero Rewind Steel. Yeah, oof. That movie hurts. Did you finish Loki season 1? No. I only saw half of it. Because I got to I saw the crocodile bite his hand off, and I'm like, this is a cartoon. Plus, Sylvie is the worst female character in an MCU show so far. Yeah. I think that's how people feel when they see Kate Bishop and they think Jeremy Renner's the only Hawkeye. But here's the thing. Kate Bishop doesn't have an accent, Josh. She's sexy. She's not a freaking annoyance. She's not going to be an add-on. It is called Hawkeye, and Hawkeye is passing the torch. With Scarlet, she didn't pass the torch. Instead, Yelena stole it from her. Stole it. Big difference between passing and stealing. I'm not going to compare to Spider-Verse. I'm not, because that's a cartoon. This is live action, real life. The Haley in the flesh, like in Bumblebee. I had no problem seeing her with short hair in that movie, and I wanted to lick her down. Yeah, I said it, Facebook. What are you going to do about it? I'm heterosexual. My tendencies are not for you. Treat it like a different thing. Mahershala Ali did Into the Spider-Verse, and he's going to be Blade. I'm not comparing him to Wesley Snipes or Sticky Fingers from the show. Not, because it's a different take. Plus, Mahershala Ali is bald. Blade can be bald as long as he's black and badass. That's all he needs to be. Because if Blade was some white girl with blonde hair and freckles, it would not be Blade. It would not. It would just be like woke SJW BS, and we don't need that for Blade. Blade is a great character. I know. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, take that, Man of Steel. I know. Yeah, they're wearing masks. Yeah, just like now. That's awesome. Or Iron Man 3 that had a airplane scene, which could have been a lot better if, I cared more. Because Into the Spider-Verse 2 can have problems too. Maybe the villain's not as strong. Or Miles will finally be in live action too, and so will Gwen. Yeah, once we see what happens in No Way Home. That's going to be the turning point for Spider-Man's future. Also, John, sorry for accidentally mistaking Shang-Chi for Snake Eyes. No, Snake Eyes is just a diet Shang-Chi with an asshole lead.
Prepare for impact.
Wow. Even the CG still looks good in this movie for 2013. I've seen CG from this year that looked horrible. Like if you've seen Vanquish or the CGI blood in that looked bad, and also Ape versus Monster, that looked like a PlayStation game. I'm sorry, but some of the CG they use in the Asylum is god awful. Not in Sharknado is meant to be look ridiculous, but at least that I can laugh at it. But in Ape versus Monster, I was just bored. The monsters don't even fight until the end of the movie, and I'm like, it was just a waste of decent potential storytelling. Nope, I'm blocking this. Hide this ad. Simu's comments, I know it was a few years ago, but still, yeah, I know. I'm over it, okay, guys? They want successful actors to be canceled. That it doesn't work that way. Brad Pitt got speared. It's by reservation to color. I can treat her like I with Caitlin's acting. She or Miss Caitlin, not Karen or Morel, can kill me. Or cannot kill me, you mean. Right. Finally, a quiet scene. We haven't seen that in a while. Just Brad Pitt walking. You can't cancel any actor or actress, not nor filmmaker. It was years ago. People need to they have to let go. Amber Heard assaulted a man, and he lost his career thanks to her. But again, after Aquaman 2, no one's going to care about her because no one cared about The Stand last year on CBS Access or whatever it was called, the Stand from 2020. Nobody cared about her. She easily could have been replaced by a puppet. Whose research facility? Oh yeah, this is the scene with the where Brad Pitt drinks a bottle of soda. Is it a bottle or a can? I forgot what. It's been a while, guys. Let me just take this hat off. I got a headache.
Give me something good.
Sir, Cardiff Airport lost contact with the plane. Plane is MIA. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. They also can't cancel me. If Facebook's trying to cancel me, you can't. I'm back on and I'm posting, and you can't do anything about it. You and your stupid freaking agendas. An American flag, yes, sir. I'll take my hat off because I'm getting a headache, so I'll just wear it later.
Captain, it's all looking fully doubts. He's a resourceful man. There's every chance he could have survived. Sir, I gave him my word. Look after his family. Yes, sir. I understand.
Angelo doesn't respect Leah. No, I already blocked him, so I removed his comments. He didn't bother us in this podcast. None of us. I guess they adopt that Mexican kid because his parents were killed. This is very Resident Evil. Mandalorian, we still have Katan, Ahsoka, and Fennec Shad, despite losing Cara Dune. I can live with it because again, I believe Mara Jade can be respected. Yeah, exactly. Because unlike Unlike in you know with the Mandalorian, we could at least get. Hold on, I gotta put some cream on my face. The movie's not over yet, guys, so bear with me. This is a kills germs and minor scrapes and burns. Yeah, I'll just put this. This should help. It's a rash. Yeah. Benzidine. This should help. I didn't get a burn. It's just that I got a rash. This is good until the month of March of next year. Yeah. It's very Resident Evil. Is that Doctor Who? It is, right? Yeah, that's the Scottish actor that played Doctor Who. Good thing he's not going to sound like a cartoon character. Yeah, he's Scottish. That is him. He was also the Thinker in the Suicide Squad. He called Nicholas not a true Marvel fan. I know. I already blocked him. Or did all you need is Redhead who could pull off the accident and fight, and give her a good lightsaber this time. Don't make it yellow or.
Why'd you think you're gonna? Because he's the one in charge. You know what this place is? Of course I do. That's why I'm here. Then you understand how this must look to us. This is important to you. Come on, back in now. 3 days. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me the goddamn phone. Give me the phone as soon as you answer that question. Call it. Call it up and I'll tell you why. Call it.
Because Mara Jade has never been in a movie or show. And I'm like, you can do it, guys.
Jerry, I'm here. I'm here. My God. We thought you were dead. Jerry, where are you? Jerry, I'm with a couple of nervous gentlemen. They need some bona fides before I can speak with you. Of course. This is Thierry Romatoni, Deputy Secretary General, United Nations. To whom am I speaking? Where's Karen? Terry, why did Karen answer?
Imagine if they made a rainbow lightsaber. They want to be politically correct. No more of that. Star Wars already suffered because of agendas in the past.
Stop. Hug yourself.
That is Doctor Who. I forgot he was in this movie. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this film. I had the DVD, but I never watched it, so I got the Blu-ray with the DVD, and I got rid of the 3D Blu-ray because I don't have 3D. I don't need it because it was a failed experiment.
This fellow has been sent to a refugee camp in Nova Scotia.
Canada, yeah.
Not sure that he's here. All right. Terry told you who I am, what I used to do, right? Yeah. Trust me when I tell you they're not safe. I understand how you feel. Do you? Yes. Yes. You're family. No. And you couldn't possibly understand, could you?
No, you can't unless you have
I
a.
lost my son and wife, you know. Brother, I lost my son too. Something that had once been my life.
Something.
But we have all lost someone, Mr. Lane.
Yeah, a lot of people lost people last year.
Sorry. Sorry. No. Why did you come here? What do you need from us? Your worst disease.
Looks like the lady from The Walking Dead.
Deadly pathogen. High mortality rate. Incurable.
Okay, well, you'd want a bacteria rather than a virus, I would think. Typhus,
Meningitis, scarlet fever.
rocky mountain fever.
Anyway, excuse
What's next? Gay wars? No, we don't need that.
me. Mr. Lane believes we can.
They tried to do that with Rise of Skywalker with some characters we don't care about, and the movie failed critically.
Originality, Mr. Lane, if we hadn't already tried that first thing. One of the many things a virus or bacteria needs to thrive is a live host.
Functioning.
I know, that's what happened with COVID last year, but it's not getting me. I wash my hands every day. I keep a mask on when I have to wear it. I avoid people because I do it, and I got vaccinated, so I took all the steps to being safe.
And that weakness is weakness. Our weakness. I have witnessed him literally bypass people. Walk right around him like a river around a rock. Why? I think because those people were sick. I think they were terminal. And these things could sense it. I think they're spreading a pathogen. And they need a healthy host. But even if you're right, I mean, infecting the populace with a lethal illness is not exactly a cure. It's not a cure. It's camouflage.
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 They also said they tried making Finn and Poe gay. Yeah, they were going to do that, but they cut it out at the last minute because they gave him
There's
nothing
a
to do.
natural precedent. Hungry predators will avoid disease.
Oh, that's creepy.
Equipped with the right pathogen, our troops would be essentially invisible to the enemy. You understand the only way to prove this theory of yours is for some idiot to infect themselves with a lethal pathogen and then meet with her face to face.
Ugh, that is frightening.
Do we have what we need to try it?
We have all we could want. Typhus, sage, and Enron SARS. Problem is, they're all stored in B-Wing.
And with Villeneuve, I can understand him not liking certain comic book movies because they're too predictable. But with Venom 2, I can understand that completely. Or Deadshot, or Bloodshot, or freaking the Suicide Squad. I'm like, yeah, make something good. Stop making movies that are too long and have too many characters in it.
This is B-Wing now. How many? How many are there?
There were 80 people working there.
I've never seen one like that.
Good on you for blocking Angelo. I had to. I don't want to deal with any more bullshit. I don't want anyone hurting my podcast. The moment I get a spam is when I block them. I don't need that. I went through enough last week.
Is the Sky Bridge that connects B-Wing to the main building here. And this is the only thing standing between us and the Sky Bridge.
The
So,
chairs.
what do you propose, Mr. Lee?
Human blood. I know about that. I donated every year for the past 13 years.
We're not serious.
B-Wing's a maze. They'll never make it back up.
Film is almost done. We're about 20 or 30 minutes left.
Oh, no, I'm not asking how we need to take it back.
That's why I started the movie early. I didn't want to start at 12 and then finish the movie at 2.
Each has its merits. Last resort. It's too loud.
Let's go.
Gotta post some more pictures on my Switch later. So
They don't mix the rest of that more aggressive. Yeah.
excuse me.
You sure you want to do this? Of course I'm not. Let's go. Good luck. See y'all shortly.
See, there's an empty hall. Zombies, yeah, very Resident Evil. This movie is way more Resident Evil with a PG-13 than that new one with the horrible CGI and B-movie cast that I don't care about. I'm sorry. When you cast a bunch of foreigners to play characters that were supposed to be American in the games, that sucks, okay? It sucks. This is going to make the Mila Jovovich movies look watchable in comparison. This is a fun zombie movie, just like Scott. Yeah, that was also pretty fun. Scott's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It's one of the few movies with Ty Sheridan that was actually good. Because he's not a bad actor. It's just they keep putting him in big budget movies that just don't interest me. I hated X-Men Apocalypse and Ready Player One. I could see Space Jam 2 or Into the Spider-Verse or the Lego Movie instead. They're better. I know they're better. They're not 2 hours and 13 minutes of Steven Spielberg jerking off to a freaking a fans playlist of what they want to see in a movie. And I love Spielberg's movies, but his earlier stuff is better. I'm going to Starbucks. Good. Have a nice latte on me. This movie's very atmospheric. Yeah, this looks very Resident Evil when they're in the laboratory and then the zombies show up. I got to post more pictures of Tiana. I haven't done that in days thanks to that blockage. Oh, well. This looks like the first Resident Evil movie. Ooh, he made noise, stepping on glass. Ty Sheridan was good in All Summer's Eve. I haven't seen that yet because summer's over, but actually it was called All Summer's End, not Eve, right? Or something like that, yeah. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet as Willy Wonka. He looks like the Mad Hatter for some reason. And why is this hat made of chocolate? It's a little bit too on the nose. I'm like, you're making a movie for kids, I think. I don't know if it's a darker, grittier read. Well, I don't know. Film, it gets a little bit slow in the middle, but it's definitely picking up now. I like RPO, but not as good as other Spielberg's movies. And also, you think Indiana Jones will be good if it's handled well. If it's not just, oh, let's just indie pass the torch to some girl. No, I don't want this to be SJW Jones. I've been through enough already this year and last year. I'm going to get Logan on Blu-ray. I got Logan on Blu-ray a few years ago. Need to take some medicine. Hold on. God damn it. Give me this. Everything in my room just falls. Don't worry, this is medication. It's a nasal spray.
are you doing? Get the ball.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, take that.
That's the bottom.
Beginning.
No count.
We're almost done, guys. Open your heart to me. This is a good scene.
Nobody make it. You heard what Javi said. We cannot open it. They're not alone. We can't open it. They are coming back. We can't leave them there. Come on. Open.
It's the best Wolverine movie I know because of the R rating and the slow build up. The makeup effects look great in this movie too. Here we go. Sorry I haven't been saying much. It's just that, I'm tired. I got up early just so I can post some more pics after days of not posting anything.
Five 56964. 56964.
Hot back to Terry. Not that one. Not that one.
Yeah, the chat's getting kind of slow too. I know I put it for 60 seconds so that I don't get a comment every 2 seconds.
Shit.
I still enjoyed X-Men Origins Wolverine, but Baraka Pool was not needed. No, they ruined it for her.
Jesus. He's gonna inject himself.
We have no idea which one's going to work.
There's no if any of them will work. If he uses anything he took from that left case, he's dead anyway.
See, this sounds very Dark Knight. The score sounds. Who did the score for this movie? It wasn't Hans Zimmer. It was
What's he doing?
Marco Beltrami. He sounds. He's taking notes from Hans Zimmer. Yeah.
How long does he have to wait?
Before he's infected, not long. That's not the question we're really asking, is it?
We're almost done. And being how people were scared of each other, at least it wasn't a zombie outbreak last year. It's very quiet, the scene, even though the zombies, it's not like as chaotic as when they were in Israel. That was probably the most chaotic scene in the movie. This scene, it goes on a little long. I'm like, it's just get the vaccine or whatever and just get through it. Him trying to escape is a lot scarier than just him sitting there waiting. Yep, he's like, you can't touch me, bitch. You won't be able to see me. Yeah, this is creepy. It's like right in his face, and he doesn't bite his neck. What are you, a nutcracker? Yep, it's like a repellent against zombies. Where was that in the Resident Evil games?
He just walked right past them. He walked right past them. There was nobody.
There he is, yeah, drinking a Pepsi. but it's short. He's not like shoving. He's not like showing the can in front of the camera. Yeah, maybe he was thirsty. He's been. See, those are the Pepsi cans. Yeah, they can't even smell him. It's like he's invisible. That's great. I've never seen that in a Resident Evil game or movie. They have to do that. They should do Resident Evil 8 on the PS5, and instead of having to just hide all the time and shoot these zombies, they should have like a zombie repellent that you could put in the game that temporarily makes you invisible. That would be a good idea. See, I'm thinking. Unlike Hollywood, where they're just regurgitating the same freaking ideas. Yeah, Carrie Lowell, still the sexiest Bond woman I've ever seen. What if zombies were real? Well, I wouldn't leave the house because I'm not going to get bitten. People are already thrown zombies. They're doing this the whole time. Yeah, everything is about a phone. At least when I was on my phone, I was still giving you guys the commentary you deserve.
This isn't the end.
It's not.
Not even close.
Hi there, this is Amy.
Turn this thing on. Get this way.
We've lost entire cities.
I know.
No more people left to infect. They go dormant. Whole cities are lost.
The World Health Organization reports today that health is
Localized meningitis strain. Component is Fox and H1N1.
We still don't know how it started.
The World Health Organization has created a vaccine that works as a kind of
Yep, a vaccine.
making
Yeah, camouflage.
invisible to the infected.
We bought ourselves some time.
Volunteer forces are delivering the vaccine to areas that have been cordoned off.
Distribution efforts begin in earnest.
The importance of getting the information out to those still alive within.
It's given us a chance.
This looks like the end of a drama, but it's not. If Karen Sadie Sink or Sophia Lillis did a zombie movie, if that is fun with some energy and good comedic things, yeah, there's no comedy in this movie. There's not one laugh. It's taken seriously.
The battle of Moscow is still raging. Initial tests of this so-called camouflage have been largely successful.
Others have found a way to push back.
Approaching target. Mission to engage. Be ready. All clear. Line them up. Line them up.
It's permanent. It's done. It's done. It's over with. There's no forgiveness in hell. Whatever goes stays in hell.
Yeah, like Binto. Okay, that's it.
Fight. Fight.
Is there anyone out there hearing this?
Help each other. Be prepared for anything.
I am. I remember seeing this in the cinemas. Back, I took a shower. Yeah, that's fine. The movie's almost
War
over.
has just begun.
Is the movie over? And that was the movie. That was World War Z, guys. An hour and 49 minutes of the theatrical cut. This was fun. Good to see it again. It was a long movie, but at least it wasn't 2.5 hours. That's going to come in the month of November. Still a good movie. It's still very atmospheric. Great effects. Great makeup job and a good score. It's a good-looking movie. It's a little long. In the middle, it drags a bit, but it's not like Transformers. Age of Extinction or Revenge of the Fallen or something like that. It's a lot better than those. It's a good movie, and I recommend it. You can stream it somewhere. The unrated cut is a little better, but it still feels PG-13. So that was World War Z. Thanks for watching. Thanks for leaving your comments, and I'll see you in the next podcast. I believe it's on Saturday. It's going to be Peppermint. So I'll join me for that one in a few days. Thanks for watching. Thoughts on Don Mancini doing a Child Play series? It could be good, but we'll see. Later, guys.